Hello everyone, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Are you ready for another verb tense? Well, here it is, the Spanish present progressive verb tense. In this video, we are going to review a little bit and practice with the present progressive verb tense. Be sure that you've reviewed the topic in your textbook first. There's also a grammar tutorial video that you can watch. If you're joining us from outside of the class and you don't have any materials, you can simply Google the topic, the Spanish present progressive verb tense, and you'll find websites that talk about it. You'll find some good YouTube videos that discuss the present progressive verb tense and will give you some examples. In this video, we are going to try to force you to practice a little bit with it, so to apply what you've learned. So let's go ahead and get started. Just a little bit of review first. What exactly is the present progressive verb tense? Well, it's a verb tense that is used in Spanish to talk about what you or someone else is doing at the present moment. In other words, it focuses specifically on what is happening now, right now, at this very moment. So how do you form the present progressive verb tense? It's very simple. It's made up partly of an element that you already know. You know the verb estar, and you know the present tense conjugation of the verb estar. So that part you already know. Estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. The other part of the present progressive is what we call a present participle. So here's the structure: estar, a conjugated form of estar, and a present participle. Now, the present participles are equivalent to verbs in English that end in ing. So, for example, studying, working, running, thinking, playing. These are all present participles. The present participle is very easy to form in Spanish. If you know the infinitive, there's a little formula for coming up with the present participle. For example, if the infinitive ends in AR, you remove the AR from the infinitive and you replace it with ANDO. This ANDO is the equivalent of the ING. So here's an example: caminar, to walk. Well, the participle is caminando. What does caminando means? Caminando means walking in English, so walking. For an ER and an IR verb, you remove the ER or the IR and you replace it with IENDO, yendo. An example: escribir, to write, escribiendo, writing. So all you have to do is just put those two elements together and you've got it. Be sure to pay attention to the fact that there are some irregulars, meaning irregular participles, and generally they just have a spelling change. For example, leer, this I changes to a Y in the participle. So we have leyendo. Same thing with oír, oyendo. Dormir, the O changes to a U, so we have durmiendo. And so forth and so on. So we have sirviendo from servir, diciendo from decir, pidiendo from pedir, repitiendo from repetir, vistiendo from vestir, divirtiendo from divertir, and from the verb ir we have yendo. So you basically have to memorize these. You have to memorize the spellings and just know that they're slightly irregular. Once you do that, then you're ready to go. So just a quick review on the participles. Let's just convert these to these infinitives to present participles. So caminar, caminando. So to walk, walking. Bailar, to walk. Walking would be bailando. Trabajar, to work. Working would be trabajando. Estudiar, to study. Studying would be estudiando. Ver, to see. Viendo, seeing. Mirar, to look at. Mirando, looking at. Esperar, to wait. Esperando, waiting. Cocinar, to cook. Cocinando, cooking. Platicar, to chat. Platicando, chatting. Reparar, to repair. Reparando, repairing. Okay, so now that you know how to do the participles, it's simple. Let's go ahead and practice. How would you say in Spanish, I am working? I am working. Estoy trabajando. Estoy trabajando. I am working. Estoy trabajando. She is studying. Remember estar, ella está, and then estudiar, estudiando. Put it all together. Ella está estudiando. She is studying. Ella está estudiando. Ella está estudiando. He is sleeping. He is sleeping. Él está, remember, sleeping is irregular. So the verb is dormir, and we wouldn't say dormiendo. Why? Because it's just irregular. It just is. You have to memorize it. So he is sleeping, durmiendo. Él está durmiendo. Él está durmiendo. He is sleeping. Él está durmiendo. I am eating. ¿Cómo se dice I am eating? Remember comer, to eat. I am. Estoy. Put it all together. Estoy comiendo. Estoy comiendo. I am eating. Estoy comiendo. We are waiting. ¿Cómo se dice? We are waiting. Estamos esperando. Estamos esperando. We are waiting. Estamos esperando. We are ordering. Ordering, meaning ordering in a restaurant. There's a special verb for that. Remember, that's the verb pedir. Pedir means to ask for, or in a restaurant, it means to order. Estamos pidiendo. Estamos pidiendo. If you are at a restaurant, a waiter or waitress could ask you the question, ¿listos para pedir? Meaning ready to order. So again, pedir, to order. We are ordering. Estamos pidiendo. Estamos pidiendo. And again, remember that this means it's happening right at this moment. When you say this, you're telling somebody that that's what you're doing at that exact moment. They are traveling. They are traveling. Ellas están viajando. Ellos están viajando. Ellas están viajando. Ellos están viajando. They are traveling. You are talking on the phone. So, tú for you. To talk on the phone, hablar por teléfono. Hablar por teléfono. So the answer, estás hablando por teléfono. Estás hablando por teléfono. Remember, this is a statement. If I wanted to ask you, are you talking on the phone? Then I would adjust my intonation and say, ¿estás hablando por teléfono? ¿Estás hablando por teléfono? It rises a little bit towards the end in a question. Again, this one was the statement, ¿estás hablando por teléfono? Are you working? So we have a lot of choices for you. So any one of them. Are you working? All of the possible answers are, todas las respuestas posibles son, ¿estás trabajando? Are you working? ¿Estás trabajando? That would be with tú. ¿Está usted trabajando? Are you working? ¿Está usted trabajando? If I'm addressing more than one person, whether it's formal or informal in Latin America, ¿están ustedes trabajando? ¿Están ustedes trabajando? Are you working? ¿Están ustedes trabajando? If I were in Spain and I was using vosotros or vosotras, I would say, ¿estáis trabajando? ¿Estáis trabajando? Okay, so just remember the way that you construct the present progressive. We have estar plus the present participle, so you already know this. Be sure you've memorized estar, and be sure you learn how to form present participles, and that's pretty much it. Now, there's only one thing that I want to point out, and just a reminder, in the present tense, remember I have several present tense videos, all of the different aspects of the present tense. So this would be from the video on just regular AR verbs. Remember that when you conjugate a verb in the present tense, for example here, yo hablo, it can mean three different things. Yo hablo can mean I speak, I do speak, or I am speaking. So if you were to ask me, how do you say I am speaking in Spanish? I could say, well, you could do it one of two ways. You could use the present tense and you could say yo hablo. If you say yo hablo, usually we say a phrase like en este momento, at this moment. So if I say yo hablo en este momento, it would mean I am speaking right now. Now, the other, I would also say, okay, there's another way to say it. You could say estoy hablando. So this way here, I could say estoy hablando. And the only difference is that when you say estoy hablando, it only means that it's happening right at this moment. It emphasizes the fact that it's occurring at the present moment. If I want to say yo hablo to mean I am speaking, I can, but you just have to know that it could have those other meanings of I speak or I do speak. Okay. Most of the time, to emphasize that it's happening at this particular moment, native Spanish speakers will use the present progressive, estoy hablando. But don't be surprised if you hear the other one to mean the same thing. Okay, well that's it for this video. Remember, if you didn't get all of the answers right during the practice part of the video, go back to the beginning and keep playing it until you're able to correctly guess all the right answers. And when you can do that, then you've really learned something. Okay, well that's it for this video. Es todo. Hasta luego. Ciao.